We have a very special guest today. We are here with Grandmaster Abhimanyu Mishra. You've been chasing, in fact, a lot of records throughout your very young career. Up to this point, you were the youngest expert at age 7. You were also the youngest Grandmaster in history, beating a very, very difficult record, I have to say. You've achieved that when you were only 12 years, 4 months, and 25 days. I have to say that is just simply incredible.
Thank you.
Fabi, what do you think of those records?
Well, I didn't get close to that. I was 2 years later. So it's, of course, 12 years Grandmaster is amazing. This is, yeah. What are your next goals now that you've become Grandmaster? You've played in the U.S. Championship, which just finished. You've even scored +2, a remarkable result. What are your next goals after this?
Yeah, my next goal is to get into top 100, which is another... My current rating is 2616. It's another like 25 points. Okay, after that, my main goal is to reach 2700 in another 13 months. I want to become the youngest 2700 rated player in the world.
And you would be beating out Wei Yi. Is he the current record holder?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That's truly impressive. But let's get it back a few notches and talk about your journey in chess. When did you start chess? Who taught you chess as well?
Yeah, at the age of 2.5, my dad introduced me to this game.
2.5.
Yeah, he introduced me to the rules. It took me, of course, like a year and a half to learn the rules and so on. But by the age of 5, I started playing normal tournaments.
Very interesting. And do you remember your first tournament?
Yeah, it was somewhere in South Jersey. I got 3 out of 4. Not 3 out of 4. 3.5 out of 4, and I think I got first place. It was a nice event.
So you won your first ever event in...
Yes.
I have a different experience from my first event. I lost all my games. So it didn't go quite as well.
There was a lot of planning beforehand. I used to play against this kind of computer on my iPad and so on. I remember, first of all, beating it after using like 15, 20 undos. It was the first time I beat it. I was 4 years old, and then from there, okay, I kept playing more training games, practice games. And eventually, things started to click.
So what was your training like? Like what were your train? I assume you had it as coaches as well, but what were your training practices like?
Yeah, okay. Back then, I don't remember too much. It's been a while, but yeah, I used to play some games, do some puzzles online. But yeah, it was very like sort of casual back then.
Okay.
Casual, yeah. I mean, since I first heard your name, it has been nothing but casual, right? You were chasing records all the time, and we were hearing this in newspapers, US Chess. Everybody was reporting on your journey as well. When did you first start feeling like this is some sort of a projected career for you?
I guess when I broke my first record, the youngest expert in US chess history at the age of 7.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of loved doing the work and getting the success. The success is what propelled me to keep going. Because, okay, of course, it's very difficult to continue playing this game at a young age when, if you don't have any success, it's like quite difficult to continue. So, yeah, successes keep coming. I kept working very hard, and I kept seeing the results.
But there's also something else. Obviously, successes are going to be very sweet and they're going to propel you further in your journey. But you need passion as well, because at times in your chess career, you will have setbacks. It's inevitable, right? Every single player has had setbacks. How do you deal with those? And tell us a bit about your passion about chess.
Yeah, playing chess is it's a journey, frankly. Like every player has not mastered this game, and it's everywhere. Everyone can improve. With this game, it's either you win or you learn. This is how I try to look at it. I in the sense that either you win or, okay, if you lost the game, the thing with chess is if you've lost, you've definitely made a mistake. There's nothing like the odds were stacked against you or so on. It's like, okay, you made some mistake. You need to fix something. And every game I win, loss, draw, no matter what the result is, I analyze the game. I improve. I try to work on my problem areas. So, for example, once when I was 9, I lost in some double bishop ending, and from there, I worked with my dad. I found this very nice game online. I think it was Gangli versus Wang Hao. I spent like 6 hours on the board practicing that game, and the next time I got a double bishop ending, I was able to play it much better.
That's also where the passion comes in, right? Because to actually look at endgames for hours and hours after you realize that you need to work on this area, it's not something that everyone can do. Like, you need a special sort of either passion or personality type to be able to apply yourself in that way. Is that something that is for you in chess, or just broadly in life, that you find that you have that kind of focused mentality?
I was mainly following whether, like, my father was one of my coaches, in the sense that, okay, he always had great ideas, and he still does. I still follow him. The point is, okay, he had this idea that, okay, let's work on this endings, because the worst thing that can happen in chess is that you repeat the same mistake twice. Because sometimes I feel nowadays that engines have become so strong and everyone has access to them, that sometimes after the game you go and you look and you see, okay, I missed this move on move 28 and I lost the game. And then you forget about it and then you move on. But the issue with this is that later on you'll make the same mistake again. Like not in the exact same position, but something similar to that. So I've always, so I've been, whenever I make a mistake, my father, he tries to get some relevant material. My coaches, my father, we try to find some relevant material towards that, and we try to work on that.
Atenção! Se você não se inscrever no canal, isso é o que vai acontecer com seu celular.